So I have to be honest, I truly hate winter. One of the reasons is it's just so cold that you don't want to work on anything. You get all dressed up in your warm clothes, come out to the garage that's still not insulated. I just don't like the cold. But what's holding us up on the Trans Am project, getting the Suburban in here to then take the guts out from underneath and put it in that car over there, is this. So it's been sitting for a long time. We're talking definitely over a year, maybe two. About a year and a half, not quite two, year and a half. And we were upgrading some brakes, but we also got to work on some other stuff underneath. So if you've been watching our channel at all, you know that we have a 2004 Avalanche right here. We were looking to sell it, but unfortunately with the recent passing of our $300 car, we need to have another vehicle ready to go just in case cars break. So Sarah's decided that this will be her vehicle that she wants to drive. Of course, we're still working on Trans Am, but she needs something that gets back and forth to work and is reliable. Right now, it's not reliable. It's got an issue. We believe it to be the rear end, and not sure what's going on with it, but we're going to start the teardown and hopefully figure out not only what's wrong, but what we got to do to fix it. Here we go. What I'm going to do right now is crawl under the back end. I'm sure it's not going to be too hard, but won't know until I get into it. All right, we got the back cover off. We're gonna do a little bit of investigating and see what we got going on. But to go any further, we have to get these wheels off. That took more effort than I want. So now we have to pull this brake caliper and rotor off. That'll get us to our axle. Once we unclip it in there, we should be able to pull it out. From everything I've seen, we have to pull the sway bar and this track bar along the back. That's none of those. I had it in the pile. Decent. These are crap. That's good on it. Since this truck is right at 200,000 miles, I'm going to go ahead and get some new brake lines for the back calipers. Probably wouldn't hurt to get a new brake caliper. Been around a while. So I have to be honest, I truly hate winter. One of the reasons is it's just so cold that you don't want to work on anything. I just don't like the cold. So this truck's got right about 200,000 miles on it. It spent a large portion of its life in Arizona before I purchased it, and then it spent many years in Alaska, and contrary to popular belief, the vehicle wasn't that rusty for its entire time up there, but it sat out in my yard in Kansas, and this is what it looks like. Kansas is a very humid state, at least the eastern portion, and that moisture just collects on everything. Plus, I'm pretty sure they use some kind of salt mixture on the roads, which makes it worse. So it's all surface stuff, but it's still ugly compared to what it was. But yeah, I'm freshening them up, the brakes, making them all pretty. They were already red, so we just touched up the red. It goes well with the black. So the reason why we went ahead and started playing with the brakes, I'll show you in the back. So a couple 100,000 miles or so. These are all rusty and falling apart. The other side over there is worse than this one, but we got some replacement kits. I don't remember who I got this from. Just Dorman. And those are brand new. We'll get those put on both sides. And just because of the mileage, went ahead and got these upgraded brake lines. We're gonna try these and hopefully get it stopping. But first, we gotta work on the rear end. So that sad sight right there is what I believe to be the pinion bearing going out. So gonna do my first ever rear end upgrade. I'm gonna try to do it right because it's a good truck. I don't want it to just be thrown together. So here we go. All right. It'll be my first time. We'll see what it takes to get it done. So trying to get those little clips out. They're being a pain. Usually you can put a magnet on them and get them out. I'm not having that success. So I'm going to try the old grabber tool. I don't think it's going to be small enough. Nope. All right, try something else. All right, put some light in here for you to see what we're going for. Got the surgical gloves because I got the surgical tools out. Usually you can magnet these clips out, but mine don't want to come out. Give it a few more whacks on the axle, push it in this way a little bit. Find a place to put this so you can see. All right, there's the back. And there she was. All right, now we can pull the axles out. And then that big old sucker will come out and we'll start trying to figure out why it's making noises. All right, so we lost our GoPro. It's one of them cheap Chinese ones because I can't afford the expensive ones. And yeah, batteries don't last very long. We got the C-clips out. Ooh, they're there. And we're about to pull the axle shafts out. That should give us enough clearance to get the center out. And hopefully we can figure out what isn't working. In case I didn't say it before, truck has 200,000 miles. It's been sitting for quite a while, over a year, maybe longer, because we started to hear noise from the drivetrain and a shudder. Check the U-joints, and we are going to replace them. However, I'm not sure that's what it was. So, stuck the old pinky in the rear end and seemed bone dry. Now, my bucket here, we had a little bit in there, but I also tried to top it off afterwards, after I heard the noise. And so some of that might be that, but it's pretty black. Smells horrible. Not that it smelled good to begin with, but I'm guessing it got a little hot. So the bearings are probably shot. It's probably giving us that shudder in the pinion bearing, but we're gonna take this out, see if we can figure it out. All right. That doesn't seem so bad. Not getting a lot of play. I might have done all this for nothing. But 200,000 miles, it's not going to hurt to freshen it all up. And then we can get back to finding what the real root of the problem is. Fun. All right. All right, so we want to clean the rest of this gasket off. So I had to go get a top quality gasket scraper, only the best. And by that, I mean, I found this by the road when I was checking the mail. That means I like to recycle. I wonder if brake rejuvenation spray will work on the rear end as well. I'm gonna try it. That looks about brand new. Well, I managed to burn through a whole day working on that rear end. Still didn't get it finished. So I guess I'll have to see you next time when we come back, finish that rear end, get it out of the garage, and we can start working on that Trans Am. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate all the new subscribers, all the comments. Keep them coming. We just want to make videos for you, have fun doing it, and hopefully have an all-wheel drive ripper for you to see very soon. Thanks again.
Fragile.
What could it be?
See kit. Oh, look at that. It's my car.
That's what it could look like. I thought you'd enjoy that.
Yeah.
This is one of them talking boxes.
Oh my god, it was made in China.
Uh-oh.
No way.
They're struts for your rear hatch.
Oh.
So you can strut your stuff.
Good, I don't have to open it.
No, we don't have to open it.